Hi guys, my name's Tani and welcome to another TV discussion video. I'm going to be discussing two episodes of Legends of Tomorrow, starting with Season 5, Episode 12, Freaks and Greeks. This video will have spoilers, so make sure you're caught up before watching this video any further. So, Now TV's summary of this episode is as follows. The Legends find themselves going back to college as they form a sorority in order to try to retrieve an ancient artifact. So, starting with what I didn't like about this episode. This was a minor thing, but it didn't really annoy me, but I just noticed that Charlie's accent wasn't Cockney in this episode. It was actually a touch more polished, which is like a little mistake that I feel like the director or at least the writer should have noticed. A bigger thing that I didn't like was that Charlie said in this episode that the Philosopher's Stone is as real as Santa, but if you've watched The Flash season 3, you know that the Philosopher's Stone is definitely a real thing that has existed over the ages. So, yeah, so that was really weird. And again, another kind of mistake that I feel like someone should have noticed. But overall, I feel like the biggest thing I didn't like about this episode was just how much of a filler episode it was. It was just so throwaway, honestly. So moving on to what I did like, Nick Zano is just a gift to the show. Like, never fails to crack me up. Even if he's like such like a dad, but it's just funny. Um, I like how they contrasted Lita, who can't afford to get into Hudson University, with the character of Henry, who is so privileged that he'll get into Hudson even if he didn't get the grades required. Um, Charlie really shone as a character in this episode. She felt a lot like a leader, even when it came to conflict management. So yeah, I just really enjoyed Charlie in this episode. And I like that the team learned to accept Astra over the course of this episode as well. And those slow motion shots during the last round of beer pong were actually really well done. I don't know if they used any CGI for those shots, but if they did, it was executed seamlessly. So yeah, I have to give uh, the camera operator and the DOP and the editors just props for that. It was like a little thing, but it really stuck out to me. So moving on to Easter eggs. So the team visit Hudson University in this episode. Not only did the late Professor Martin Stein study and teach here, but in the comics, two of the women to take up the Killer Frost mantle, Crystal Frost and Louise Lincoln, studied here, as well as Nightwing himself, Dick Grayson. So overall, I thought that this was a very disappointing filler episode. So moving on to the second episode, episode 13, I Am Legends. Now TV's summary is as follows. The Legends have immortality for 24 hours, and so try to get back to the Wave Rider. The only problem, it's gone missing in a zombie apocalypse. So starting with what I didn't like about this episode. The British accent of the bus driver in this episode just made me cringe so much. And also like a pedantic thing, but I noticed that the Big Ben shown here didn't have any scaffolding on it. And if you're going to set your episode in 2020, it should have had scaffolding. So yeah, that was a little thing. Um, Giving the Legends 24-hour immortality was ultimately pointless. However, this episode was good enough that I was less annoyed about that fact. So moving on to what I did like about this episode. The team sitting around the table and discussing what they'd do with the Loom of Fate was a heartwarming moment, and Constantine's sly smile when Zari said what she'd do with the loom was a nice subtle detail from Matt Ryan, so good on you, Matt. Zari using her packet of crisps to toast with everyone else was another small but hilarious detail. It was nice to see Constantine's feelings for Zari slowly bubble to the surface, which culminated in a kiss between the two of them finally. The episode had a strong final act. I liked the music playing as Charlie was preparing to run to the time portal. The shot of the quarantine zone sign cracked me up. It makes me wonder when this episode was filmed. If anyone that's watching knows, please let me know in the comments. The exaggerated Wilhelm scream when Mick threw the bus driver out of the bus was just too funny. Normally I hate Wilhelm screams, but it worked perfectly for comedic effect here. Gary suggests that there should be a Gideon and Gary spin-off, and to be honest, I think that would be interesting to watch. I'd love to see Gary find love with the flesh and blood Gideon. When Astra said that dogs should stay puppies forever, I definitely agree with that. Like, Even, same with like babies, to be honest. You kind of just wanted to stay babies forever. I guess in some respects, maybe you don't because they'd just be crying all the time. But I guess for cuteness factor, you just wanted to stay babies forever. So yeah, I definitely agree with that logic. And when Sarah says that sometimes the best solutions come when there is no plan at all, that is actually a very true point. Yeah, so no Easter eggs in this episode. So overall, yeah, I thought this was a decent episode. I felt like the final act really kind of made the episode. So yeah, I just want to take this time to thank everyone that's subscribed to my channel already. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you all for your patience and for your understanding. If you've enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and let me know in the comments what you thought about these two episodes. Like if there are any like one-liners that kind of stuck out to you, yeah, just let me know in the comments and we can talk about it, have a conversation. So thank you all for listening, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.